on the day of the moment, you have, let's see, Mars is here in at the beginning of Leo, end of end of Cancer, and in the nakshatra of Maga. Well, in this, you can diagonally across. You can look diagonally across this, and it's Dhanishta. Right here is Dhanishta. Let me just zoom in so you can see it better. Okay. So here is Maga with Mars, and then directly across is Dhanishta. And Dhanishta, as you can see here, it's split, where this line splits, where between Ashlesha and Maga, or Nakshatra number 9 and Nakshatra number 10. Across from here, Dhanishta, right here, this Nakshatra is split right down the middle, where first two padas are here, first two portions are here, second two portions are on this side. So two are in Capricorn, two portions are in Capricorn, and two portions are in Aquarius equally. That's very important, because the personality and the effects of the person's lives and the effects of the person's life in Capricorn are different from the effects of the person's life in Aquarius. It's going from cardinal to fixed. But apparently, because Mars is in the Maga, we are going to be in the Aquarius side. So we're going to go into that now. And as you see here, on here, Earth was right next to the side, the waist of Aquarius. In fact, I'll show you this. Sidereal fixed, stars. Where's Capricorn? Capricorn. So here is Capricorn. Here is Deneb. This is Deneb Algeti, because right here in Capricorn, Deneb Algeti, 29 degrees 40 seconds. Right here at the end, 29 degrees 40 seconds. This is Deneb Algeti, and opposite is Cancer. And Cancer is where the head of the snake is, the head of the Hydra. Cancer is where the energy of the snake within us, the energy of self-expression is here, without any of the knowledge, because water signs have absolutely no knowledge of the material world. And I'll show you that with this. And here we have Dipashnu Giri.
The second type of Rashis, 4, 8 and 12, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, water signs. These signs are very observant. They feel things, they observe things, and then they react. They never have intuition. They don't have a background knowledge. They are programmable Rashis. See, somebody won a Nobel Prize only because he proved water can be programmed. And if you see Hinduism, all the mantracharana, all the jap, always water goes in the right hand, because water is programmable. So what the Panditji does, he programs water, then sprinkles on you. To give you a blessing or to give you a curse, the water has to be programmed first. It has to be delivered through water only. So all the three Rashis are programmable. They are just like the blank slate. This is your free will houses.
Free will houses. Right here. Cancer, then Scorpio, and then Pisces. Free will. But this one is pushing. This one is rude. This one is in your face. This one wants to be in front of other people. This one is the actor. This one is the one who cannot listen because it's all about themselves. When they have an issue, they want to get in front of other people. They don't want to get in front of the issue. They want to get in front of the other person rather than have the person actually responsible deal with the issue. They're the ones that have to do it. It's not because they want to solve the problem. It's because they want to get in front of the other person doing it. This is Cancer. And this one is because of the snake. This is where the snake, the serpent within, this is where the serpent within wants to freely express itself because it has no house. It has, even though it's the sign of the house, the energy, spiritual energy, is spewing out. Materially, this is the sign of the soul's house, but and of peace. Whereas this is where the snake meets it and wants to push through and break that peace. The spirit within has no house containing it, and that's why it comes out. This is why the mind is always active here, grabbing things. It's constantly pulling things towards it. It wants to be the center of attention. The opposite of that is this. This is the house with no serpent energy, with no energy within pushing for growth, but it has no seed for growth. It has the mother, which is cardinal earth, but it has the warrior mother. It doesn't have the nurture mother. It has Athena. It has Durga, who is the Hindu warrior goddess, like Kali, but more of the, instead of the destructive, it's the war. It's the Athena type. Durga is her name, and it's not Aphrodite. It's not Lakshmi. This is the highest, and this here is the highest sacrifice you can make in order to be that feminine mother who wants to fight for yours or other children, fight for the causes, fight the war, not fight your, not you, not fight for what's yours. You fight for the cause with this. And the highest sacrifice is the swan. You are there. You are there to be noticed. Whereas here, you're just there to do the work. But here, you're there to be noticed. Whereas in Shravana, for instance, this is the big ear. This is the part where you hear the drums. But going further along the zodiac, in the progression of your life, and that's what each point of these are. When you're born with someone at this point, it's as if life froze. The progression of life froze, and you take on that personality, and then you can slowly go from there while the heavens move faster than that. Your life will move slower than that. So from here, if you were born here, you don't hear the sound, but you want to make it. You want to make the sound. And that's Delphinus. Cygnus here. Believe it or not, the movie Grease was showing us Cygnus the entire time. And I will show you that right now. They knew. All this stuff is encoded in movies. They know about this bird. Do you want to know how this bird was encoded in the movie Grease, where Delphinus is Danny Zuko, where this video is talking about
popularity through the nakshatra of Dhanishta, who represents the most well-known, admired people within the social context of a high school or society more generally. We'll be focusing on how they rise to popularity the different routes pursued, and the shadowing effects of their brilliance upon others, especially those closest to them, who grow to hate them from resentments. Although this video pertains to Dhanishta as popular.
Now, did you see that? Did you happen to catch that?
Shadowing effects of their brilliance upon others, especially those closest to them, who grow to hate them from resentment.
Do you see that? Do you see what I'm looking at right now? That, ladies and gentlemen, is that. It's not this. It's this. Right over the nakshatra of Dhanishta. Right over the nakshatra of Dhanishta. Dhanishta. You cannot expect that to be a coincidence. Right there. The jacket. And by the way, Dercio himself never associates this with Cygnus. He associates Dhanishta with Dhanishta in a genius insight into the nakshatra. But he never associates this to Cygnus. Now, how does this and this and this day and this star in this constellation, which corresponds to this continent, all play into each other for this upcoming earthquake? Well, this is a picture in the World Atlas Britannica, 1980s, one of the 1980s prints. And here you have Indianapolis, Decatur, and then up here you have Morocco. All of these are a triangle. Okay. Now, all of these, the triangle, point directly up to Chicago. Now, the funny thing about this triangle right here is it corresponds to this image: Indianapolis, Muhammad, Decatur, Muhammad, and Morocco, with the Kankakee River again. Here you have Indianapolis, Decatur's here. Where's Muhammad? We'll find Muhammad here somewhere. Muhammad, right here. Here's Muhammad. Indianapolis, Muhammad, and then Morocco. This triangle corresponds to this triangle, which is under Lake Michigan and Chicago. The Holy Mountain, this is called the Holy Mountain of Harmonics. This is taken from this map, the tribe of migration from 1785 to 1905. Now, the history behind this image, this map, is that it is a single tribe it was associated with, of poor group of people who were called this, but they were poor, and they did a little Hajj of some sort every year around this, in a progression around this, in this triangle fashion. They were drifters of some sort. They were pilgrims. They were performing a Hajj. They were venerating something from the ground here.